guys, welcome to Rojak Mode. I am the lovely, pretty, sexy Sharon. So I study accountancy in CUHK and I graduated in 2021 this year. Yeah, so today I'll be interviewing my friends, seniors who are all Malaysian graduates about their learning and working experience in CU and Hong Kong. So without further ado, let's go! Today I'm here to interview my everlasting best friend.
Yay! Hi!
Please briefly introduce yourself.
So, I study biomedical engineering and I'm class of 2021.
Hi, I'm Cindy. I study professional accountancy at CUHK and I'm the class of 2020.
Hello everyone, I'm Tian Hong and I actually study in psychology and I graduated from CUHK last year.
Why did you choose to come to Hong Kong?
So I think I want to train my competitiveness and also independence. So after staying in Malaysia for more than 15 years, I think it's time for me to get some international exposure. So I choose Hong Kong. And also Hong Kong is like a world hub with wide opportunities available, which you can meet a lot of international students. And also there are a lot of multinational companies in Hong Kong. So you can get different exposure. I see.
Actually, I think the main reason is because Hong Kong provides a lot of scholarship. Of course, because I really want to go abroad, and that's why I chose Hong Kong.
When I applied for postgraduate, I tried a few places, and Hong Kong is one of those places that give us salaries like a student.
I also like the hustle and bustle culture in Hong Kong, and it gives me the perfect opportunity to grow into a stronger person with resilience.
Why did you choose Chinese University?
Because in Hong Kong, Chinese University is one of the big three universities, and I think reputation is quite necessary to secure a good job.
I think the main reason is because CUHK is big enough and it's more humanistic. I don't know what other people think, but then for me it's like more chill, like more hey, use our term, or it's like more relaxing. And I think it's not really like a Hong Kong city. It's CUHK.
And it has a very beautiful scenery. Most of the rooms have sea view or mountain view, which is kind of relaxing. Even though the study here is really stressful.
I know. What is your favorite memory in CU?
I am very glad to have the opportunity to go on exchange to one of the top 10 universities in the world in soon, and I believe I couldn't have done it without CUHK.
I will say it's like cooperating with my Malaysian friends, and we set up a Malaysian Student Association in my last year in CUHK. It's a very good experience, and for those who are coming to CUHK, please join us in MSA. Yes.
What is the best thing about studying in Hong Kong?
For me personally, part of student life is also experiencing and learning about the city that you live in. And for me, I think Hong Kong is very accessible with its mass transport railway system, and it's very easy for me to get anywhere without spending too much time on commute, and I can have a work-life balance at the same time.
Why do you choose to stay and work in Hong Kong?
I think the main reason is because Hong Kong actually provides lots of opportunities. I mean, what I mean by opportunities is in terms of the future and in terms of income. So everyone knows that the living cost in Hong Kong is pretty high, but at the same time the salary is also high. So I really did calculate the proportion, and then I really know that if I work in Hong Kong, I can save more money than I work in Malaysia, and that's why I think Hong Kong is the best, or should say it's a better choice for a fresh graduate.
It is a perfect capitalistic city, and I would learn a lot here and at the same time earn some money to realize my ambitions.
So have you worked in Malaysia before?
Yes, for around 1 year.
I see. So do you find any differences between the working culture?
Of course. In Hong Kong, you have to be prepared, like you might have a very busy work life. So for example, I work for 5 days, but normally I work from 9 to around like 6 to 7, and every day is very busy. But in Malaysia, when I work, like I go to the school at 6, but I leave around 4, and every day when I go to a school, I just sit there and wait for the job and nothing to do at all. Yeah. So I think in Hong Kong, the work life is more fruitful and it's more busy, but at the same time, you learn a lot.
What do you think of the work culture here, like the people in your lab?
I think it's quite good. They are very friendly and they are approachable, and yeah, they always sit down and discuss our questions. So I think it's quite good.
I think in terms of people and also communication, it's actually good because you don't have to learn another language. You can still communicate in English, and most of them can understand.
Okay.
For me, I only had one internship experience in Hong Kong. To me personally, I think it's not too much difference from Malaysia. Since working everywhere is hard, working nowhere is easy. But I personally had an overall positive experience because my colleagues were willing to teach me. And needless to say, I do think that I don't have to consider much about systemic racism.
How is your work life in CU?
When I joined CUHK, I actually joined a group of research. It's a research group, so it's like what we call 996, so 9 AM to 9 PM for 6 days. So
Oh my god, 6 days.
yeah, that's why it's a bit hard, and yeah, it's a very competitive environment. That's why I changed my group to a more subtle, a more happy. Yeah, that's why.
So how is the group now? Like, how
The
happy
group
you?
now is like, you see I'm not here on Saturday, that's why I work from Monday to Friday, and it's more flexible, so as long as you finish your work, you can just go
So
home.
do you think the language is a barrier for working here?
To be honest, I think it depends on what kind of job you're looking for. If you are really looking for a local company, then you might, because for example, in a company, every people is talking or is communicating using Cantonese. So if you don't speak Cantonese at all, it might be a barrier. But at the same time, if you are working in an international company, then it might not. Because from what I know from my friends working in iBank, they actually communicate using English, so it's not very difficult. But I actually know nothing about Cantonese before I come to Hong Kong. So I would say that it's very hard to learn Cantonese, but it's not impossible. As long as you want to learn, that 4 years of study in CUHK is good enough for you to learn a very basic Cantonese for you to work in Hong Kong.
If you're talking about Cantonese, maybe yes, because not everyone in Malaysia can speak Cantonese. But for English, I think, yeah, Hong Kong English is quite similar.
Are there any other challenges while working in Hong Kong or living here?
I think the biggest challenge is about money as well. Everything is more expensive, so you need to earn a lot to actually
Please
spend.
give some advice to the prospective students.
So I think we should try everything and be bold. Do not afraid to try new things, and also be happy and enjoy your school life.
Your origin or your family background doesn't define you as a person as a whole. But a lot of people are going to make it better. Just prove to them that you're much more than that.
Keep an open mind and do explore. Do start to think like what kind of future you want to have. Like for example, if you really want to work in Hong Kong, then you might want to prepare yourself in CUHK, like in the 4 years time study in Hong Kong. If you really want to go for PhD, then you might walk a very different pathway. So you start to think what you really want to do in life, and then keep an open mind and keep exploring and grasp every opportunities, because CUHK actually provides a lot of opportunities.
So if you want to study PhD, I think the most important thing is choosing a professor. So I think if you want to choose a professor, first you need to understand what's the research behind the professor is doing. So you see really what you like, and you need to approach some of the students under the professor to know how good is this professor, how he actually treats his students. So because it's very important, you spend 4 years every day facing him. So it is so that different professors will have different personalities. So you need to know whether you like his personality or not.
So yeah, I think my experience in CU is wonderful as well. I met a lot of friends. I took great courses and met good professors. And also, I went on exchange, which was the most amazing memory for me. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to my life in Hong Kong, where I'll be working and also living here for I don't know how much longer. So I hope you guys can come experience this as well. So welcome to see you and see you here.